Hi, this is Carrie and Mara. Are you ready for day 2? Business execution. What actually creates revenue growth? And it may not be what you think. So, I'm going to start off today being a bit direct. The reset that we're going to talk about for this next season, this next year, is not the kind that comes with wishing or hoping or pushing your team harder. Because here's the truth. You didn't struggle with growth solely because of a sales problem this year. If you're honest, you struggled because of an alignment problem as well. Growth is not only dependent on market demand, on leads to sales order results, but equally to do with how you and your team operate. It has everything to do with throughput, resource alignment, accountability, leadership rhythm, cash flow timing, decision-making habits. I know everyone knows this, but revenue is an output and growth is a system. And if you're only focused on the output, you repeat the same year, the same season, more pressure, more busyness, more stress with the same results. You grow when your entire business is aligned around the right thing, the right matrix, the right behaviors, the right decisions, the right expectations. This is a journey, one I know you are up for. So, does this sound familiar to you? I want you to pause, get a piece of paper, and just jot these down if they do. You increased marketing, but profit didn't follow. You brought in more leads, which converted, but operations fell behind. Okay, so do you see why I wanted you to grab a piece of paper, pause, replay, but I want you to identify where you honestly standed in this past year or season. You ready? Your team worked harder, but not smarter. Output didn't increase. Growth felt inconsistent, unpredictable, or dependent on you or someone specific on your team. Bottlenecks kept reappearing in different places. Everyone was busy, but no one could clearly explain what moves revenue. And as you know, we're always going to kind of come back to you because you're the priority. You reacted to problems instead of preventing them. And remember, this is our space together. No one's watching. So let's continue. Cash flow lagged even when sales increased. You felt frustrated because you should be further, given the amount of work you put in, given the amount of work your team put in. I want to pause again because these aren't failures. These are signals, data pointing to a deeper truth. If you really listen and observe without bias, we can get started. I'm sure you've heard this multiple times. Growth doesn't happen until alignment does. Our session today is going to feel like I'm telling you a lot of things that you already know, but I really want to emphasize most leaders chase revenue from the wrong angle. They believe if I get more customers, everything falls into place. But please hear me. More customers can break a business that isn't structurally operational or financially prepared. Real growth requires 3 things. One is throughput, your ability to deliver consistently. If your throughput is weak, revenue collapses. This is why scaling can sometimes feel chaotic at times. I want you to ask yourself, did your cycle times improve last year or last season? Did your delivery accuracy improve? Did your team operate with clarity? Or did they operate with confusion? Did workflow happen smoothly or did it bottleneck in some places? Throughput is the silent killer of growth. Most businesses don't have a revenue ceiling, they have a throughput ceiling. So I want you to pause and re-review those questions. I want you to take this space and be honest, okay? Number 2, team alignment. Are people all rowing in that same direction? If your team doesn't understand the priority, the financial target, the operational focus, or how their role contributes to that revenue, they cannot execute consistently. Hard work does not equal aligned work. Aligned work creates predictable growth. I want you to think about that. Think about when things fell short and think about if people were working hard, but it wasn't aligned with the intent of where you were trying to go to with your revenue. Okay. And number 3, accountability, consistent action tied to a consistent matrix. I know you've heard this, that people don't rise to their goal, they fail to their systems. Now, I'm going to get a little tough here, okay? Your prior year or season's growth was a reflection of your system, I'm sorry to say. I want you to honestly think about your communication, your flow through, the weekly rhythm of your business, your cross team handoffs, that decision making speed, and leadership accessibility. If your accountability system was inconsistent, your revenue probably showed it. Revenue doesn't grow because we push harder. It grows because every part of the system works together. And I hope by this part of our time together, you can see that. Think of growth like an engine. If one gear is misaligned, operations, finance, leadership, capacity, communication, the entire engine slows down or grinds. You can't outmarket a broken engine. You can't outsell operational confusion. You can't out hustle misalignment. It just causes a bigger problem. Now, let's talk about 3 steps we can start taking today. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I'm so excited. Number 1, identify your growth blockers. Day 1, you started looking at goals and blockers. Today, we look at growth blockers a bit more deeply. Okay. I want you to ask yourself, where did you get stuck last year or last season? What slowed delivery or increased rework? What decisions had no clear owner? What part of your business relied too much on you or someone on your team? What friction point frustrated your team? I want you to understand that without them, there's no business. You can't do it all yourself, right? Especially at your level. Take the time and give yourself the space to reflect. Remember, this is me and you. My purpose today is you, okay? And I want to remind you that you don't scale. Heck, you don't even maintain until you admit and assess and remove friction in your business, okay? Now let's get back into it. Now, number 2, choose a single throughput activity for this next quarter coming up. Not 4, not even 3. 1. And examples of that could be reducing cycle time, improving customer delivery accuracy, improving team communication rhythm, increasing weekly outputs by 10%, strengthening cross-functional accountability. I'm going to say this again, okay? Throughput is the foundation of growth. If you fix the system, the revenue will naturally increase and grow, at least stabilize, okay? Number 3, create one growth driver or KPI for your team. Giving your team one matrix to rally around, and not 20, not 10, but one, where everyone measures the same outcome, alignment becomes automatic and execution accelerates. Some examples again of these can be unit shipped, completed jobs, cycle time, on-time delivery rates, customer throughput, weekly output. Depending on the size of your organization, you can separate these concepts into 2 buckets, right? You have one matrix that the entire organization can rally behind. You can also have a matrix that a department can rally around that shows their growth. Okay. When the entire organization understands and cares about their activity and how they can rally around the same matrix, growth becomes inevitable. Why? Because they see it. They realize the impact. I hope that you're enjoying this. I felt today I was a bit more stern, but again, this is about you and your growth. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. So if you're still with me and you took the time to seek honest clarity, you walked away with the truth. Revenue is as equally or more a result of alignment. You have the foundation to understand why growth stalled, why more marketing doesn't always equal more profit, why operations and that leadership rhythm matter more than sales volume, why throughput is the heartbeat of predictable scaling, and why your business cannot grow faster than your systems. We all know revenue isn't the real goal, it's cash flow. And as long as your product is a viable product, alignment and execution is what truly matters. And when execution aligns, revenue naturally will flow along with that profit and cash flow. So I'm so happy we made it to the end. Please DM me, email me, let me know how today went. Today, you threw some light on why you didn't experience the growth you expected in this past year, this past season. Tomorrow, we continue layering on that clarity and execution as we move into the next mindset shift that fuels all leadership, identity, and performance. For additional resources and to explore ways that we can work together, join our free masterclass or visit thewealthexec.com. As always, you will find your free download to work through this lesson. Again, a real simple download, but I hope it is of service. This is Carrie Amaro, the Wealth Exec. Let's reach your goals together. See you soon.